I recently found a way to make a faster and smoother one-block elevator than these two. So if you have a piston like this, if you push the block, it pushes it into you like this. But if you zero tick, it pushes it directly inside your hitbox, and so it doesn't push you that way. But if you zero tick it with another block, you'll see that the block actually goes inside of the one in front of it, and then the one in front of it will push. So I'm going to slow down the game so that you can see that better. So that block gets pushed into this one, and then that one pushes. And this also works with honey. So you'll see that these three blocks that are attached to the honey get moved after the honey gets immediately teleported there. And then when it's retracted, everything moves at the same time. So if we're doing a retracting elevator like this, it's actually going to be slower than an extending elevator. So I'll count the ticks for this one. So that was 8 ticks. And then if we want to see it in real time, I'll put everything back. And then this one is faster. So that one pushed in 4 ticks. And it can actually go even faster if that observer isn't there. But then these blocks would get disattached from the honey block there. So then that led me to make this. So this has a honey block there, and it gets pushed up, and then you can also attach blocks to the honey block, and then those blocks will go up smoothly. And this is as fast as it can go if we don't want this block to get detached. So if we push the honey block here, then this block will still be here, and this block takes 3 game ticks to get here. And then after that block is there, we push the piston again, and then the honey will go up, and then it will take 3 game ticks for the block to go there, and then we repeat that. If the honey block gets moved up, and then it gets moved up before this block reaches here, this block is going to get detached. So to do odd game ticks, I have this scaffolding and trapdoor there. So now how this works, we have 0 tick repeaters. So we have a 0 tick generator in each one of these, and then these per 2 blocks high, we have 6 game ticks of delay, so 3 redstone ticks, which is 3 observers. And then this 0 tick generator, it will 0 tick this piston, and then this one goes through this repeater, and then this repeater, and then that will get pushed out, and then that will go through that repeater, and that repeater, and then this piston will push its block up. And then to retract, this piston will go, this piston will go, and then this will power and depower, and then we just do that same thing again. So this goes, this goes, and then this powers and depowers. To make the side that pushes these blocks down, all I did was copy the upwards pushing side, and then all I had to change were these observers right here. And for each of them, it's still a 3 redstone tick delay, and then here we have the scaffolding for a 3 game tick delay. And then I replaced those with note blocks, and then these honey blocks all stick this together, and then the player can stand right here. It will go up, and this side will push it down. I was also thinking of compacting it more by using this circuit. For this, we would power this piston, and then that would immediately push this piston out, and it would push its block up. And then we can do that and power it twice more to pull it back to the corner. But the only issue with this is that it's 5 blocks high instead of these 2 block high modules. I stacked everything up, and now the elevator is good to go. It's a lot less practical than this elevator over here because it's a lot bigger, and also just to go up, my computer can barely handle it, so I have to slow down the game so that I don't get clipped inside of the blocks. And now we're at the top, and then to go back to the bottom, you don't have to slow down the game because it is just going down fast, and then you will also fall, so you won't get clipped inside of any blocks. And there we go. That is the final product of my zero tick elevator.